Hey, what's up, guys? Call Back with another video, and today I'm going to do my What If series. What if Naruto had two twin sisters, part 29. So here it goes. Um, the part. So last part in part 28, we do see Naruto, Naruto, and Naruto. We're going to the islands there, to the Turtle Islands and stuff. They mostly get to the Turtle Islands. They're mostly getting trained by Killer B. Killer B was showing them how to face their inner demons there. Mostly, mostly they face their inner demons. They get into the shrine there. Um, Naruto did a prank there, mostly pissing off Naruto there. She's like, "Don't do that ever again." Smacking him in the head. Um, Mostly, they get in there. They mostly train. They mostly got the Naruto actually got the Karma's powers there. Mostly the Karma's cloak there and stuff. And he's like, they mostly gave mostly more power to the to it there and stuff. And then they go outside. Um, There, they kind of noticed there was a war going on. Aruka was trying to stop them, and technically Aruka technically let all three of them go, and they were heading off to the battlefield. So that was in part 28. So I was going to part 29 there. What if Naruto had two twin sisters? So we have to start off with they mostly ran into the Raikage there. Mostly they ran into the Raikage. He's like, most of the Raikage was like standing there. He's like, all three of you need to go back there and stuff like that. He was actually saying that. He's like, all three of you need to go back there and stuff. And mostly Naruto was actually saying to, or not Naruto, but Ruko's like, he's like, she's like, let us go there. These two actually have more powerful and they can actually help us in the war there. Why you can't let us go? He's like, well, we need to protect both of them. You don't understand there and stuff like that. That's what he is actually saying. He's like, you don't understand there how what precious we need to protect these two or these three Cherokee there. He's like, if he's like, if you don't want to go back, I have to take you out by force there. And then Aruko's like, no, Naruto, and stuff like that. And then mostly B just like comes in, boom, punches him, like he does like in the anime, like punches him like that. He's like, get out of my way, B. He's like, you know, there, you remember you were technically this soft also. I remember you being this soft also with me and stuff like that. He's like, you need to go back also, B. You're also target by the Akatsuki there. He's like, look at this brother there. They mostly had a hard shift there and stuff like that. He's like, damn it, B, you should not say that stuff to me and stuff like that. And so he lets go of him. And he's like, you know, you kind of numbers there and stuff like that. He's like, I remember all this time, and mostly we go into a flashback where mostly B was mostly regretted by the village and stuff like that, but he didn't care. You know how B was. He didn't care and stuff like that. That plays out the same on the flashback there, but he was saying that stuff to him. He's like, I know how all three of them actually have power there and stuff like that. He's like, he doesn't. He's then the Raikage didn't really care. He's like mostly I'm gonna take both of them. He's like, I'm gonna take all three of them out. And then mostly Sonari's like, no, Raikage, no. And mostly, and Naruto was like, here he comes there. He's like, how are we gonna do it? She's like, we're gonna use this new power we have with like a dash power. She's like, wait, a dash power? What type of dash power do you have? Get on her back, Naruto, and stuff. And that's what Naruto would mostly have Naruto on her back there. Mostly they zoom, or they not zoom, they zoom across the Raikage, and Raikage smashes the ground there. He's like, wait, how are you this fast there? Huh, I never fought a fast one like you before, like the Yellow Flash there. And then mostly, he's like, you're talking about our parents, huh? That's what Ruku was actually saying. He's like, yeah. He's like, mostly you're talking about Nibuto Natsukaze and uh, Kushina Uzumaki, right? And then they're like, wait, our dad had a different name there? That's what Aruko was actually saying. He's like, yes, there, but he's like, fine, let's go and stuff. So they mostly leave there. Mostly beat it, or mostly, uh, mostly didn't answer there. Aruko was actually saying, why you didn't answer, Raikage? And then he's like, well, you'll find out. And then mostly Tsunade and Raikage fucking go back there and stuff. So, stuff plays out the same there. I'm gonna say stuff plays out the same. Mostly with Sasuke and mostly Itachi mostly freeing the Genjutsu with Kabuto there. That still plays out the same there and stuff like that. Still plays out the same. And he was telling it, Sasuke how he got the hidden power the Uchiha actually have there. So he was actually explaining that to Itachi, or Itachi was actually saying that to Sasuke there. So that plays out the same. Mostly he releases the Senkinumi, or not the Senkinumi, but he releases he mostly releases the Genjutsu there, mostly the reanimation jutsu there and stuff. He's like, and Sasuke's like, no, brother, and stuff. He's like, well, he's like, I always love you, all that stuff. That still plays out the same. Until we get into, mostly where Sasuke mostly releases mostly it plays out the same. Well, I'm going to say this, it plays out the same until we meet the Hokage there, and Orochimaru summon all four Hokage there, and and then mostly the story things about the third and all that stuff plays out the same. And then mostly he's like, well, we need to mostly figure out how we're gonna do your strengths and battles there. He's like, that is fine there and stuff. And mostly he kind of noticed that he's like, okay, Hokage, we're off to battle there and stuff like that. And they're like, yeah, and stuff. Mostly they jump off there, and then mostly we do see, he's like, it's pretty nice to see my old friends, all that stuff. Mostly Nimuto was actually saying, he's like, it'd be pretty nice to see my kids again there. Naruto, Aruko, I'm coming. I mostly am gonna bring I'm coming for you. I'm bringing a big gift for you guys. And then they're off to battle there and stuff. Mostly they were like off to battle, so they're mostly off to battle there. Mostly we do see Naruto, and Aruko actually were like mostly taking on the Max Man there. He's like, well, it's pretty pointless there. He's like, I mostly go after the 8 tails and 9 tails, and mostly Madara is mostly activated. He's like, He's like, the 8 tails and 2 8 tails, and the 8 tails and the 2 9 tails are here. He's like, we might snatch him up pretty quick here and extract the beast there. He's like, well, I can take it there. Mostly he's mostly attacking the fake Madara. He's like, take this, and boom, boom, boom. And then mostly take this. Naruto's using like, we're Sengon, boom. And mostly it was going through and stuff like that. She's like, mostly Aruko was actually saying, take this. Uzumaki made chains. The Uzumaki chains there, and she's like, Uzumaki chains. Pretty nice and crafty. She's like, wait, my chains missed there? She's like, he's like, he's right there and stuff like that. And then mostly Naruto and Naruto, mostly how they're like, how we're gonna defeat this guy? He's too quick there and stuff. He's like, And then mostly he's like, wait a minute. Akashi was actually saying, he's like, wait a minute. he's going into different spaces there. He's like, there's one way to knock him out there, guys. And he's like, they're like, right. And then mostly Naruto and Narco, mostly brother Rasengan's there. And he's like, got ya. And then mostly the Rasengan disappears. He's like, huh. He's like, I both got both of you. Mostly he's like, come here, both you nine tails. And then mostly Naruto and Narco disappears. He's like, and then mostly they're shadow clones. He's like, huh. Both of them are shadow clones there. And then mostly Naruto comes in with a Rasengan. He's like, take this. Naruto and Narco come with a Rasengan, and mostly he's in that space. He's like, nowhere to run. There, and mostly he's like, they both say that, nowhere to run. Boom! His max completely wrecks the max there. And then he's like, ugh. And then he mostly releases his face. And then mostly Akashi was also shocked. He's like, wait, that's you, Obito? He's like, well, Akashi, you kind of noticed there. It was me the whole time. There and stuff like, how you didn't know it was me the whole time, Akashi? And stuff. He's like, wait, I can't believe it. I thought you were dead there. I thought the boulders crushed you. He's like, that is true, Akashi. The boulders did crush me, but technically I did. I mostly just gained this new body there and stuff. He's like, mostly this new body was mostly adapted to me and stuff like that. And then he's like, what actually happened to you and stuff. And then he's like, you are the one that abandoned Rin. You're the one that killed her there, Akashi. He's like, wait, you mean that on that day there and stuff? He's like, how you know about that there, Obito? He's like, I was there watching you, and mostly and stuff like that. And then mostly he grabs the big shuriken and mostly slices him. And he's like, he's like, well, he's like, you know, I was always gonna protect somebody. He's like, I'm gonna protect the current Naruto and the current Naruto and Narco there. He's like, tough luck there. And stuff like that. So technically Akashi was actually saying, he's like, why are you trying to do this there? Rin was not part of the issue there. He's like, yes, Rin was part of the issue. You let her technically die there and stuff. And then he's like doing there, and mostly he throws a big ass shuriken. Mostly Narco, ping. He's like, I'm not gonna let my friends die. Same with Narco. She's like, yes, same here. I'm not gonna let my friends die. Ruko was actually saying this also. She's like, I'm not gonna let my friends die either. She's like, take this, and Uzumaki chains. Damn it! I didn't know what this girl wanted the Uzumaki chains. And then he mostly warps out of them. She's like, wait, how the heck he warped out of them and stuff like that. And he's like, and then mostly Akashi's like, oh, he has the same eyes as me there. He has Kamui there. And then he's like, wait, Kamui, that's your ability, Kashi Sensei? He's like, yes. He's like, mostly he does actually have my ability, because this is not really my eye there. And then mostly Kashi was actually saying, wait, why you're knowing this? He's like, well, the truth is, this shotgun I have implanted in my eye gave it to me to Obito. He's like, yes, I gave it to you, now I want it back. There, that's what Obito was actually saying there. He's like, I want it back. He's like, bring it there, Obito. And mostly they were trying to do it there, so they were taking down Obito there. Mostly Akashi uses lightning blade. He's like, take this lightning blade. He's like, mostly it doesn't matter where you mostly erupt there and stuff. He's like, yeah, you have nothing there and stuff like that. And mostly he's like, what and stuff like that. He's like, you're mostly clueless about this, Akashi, and stuff like that. He's like, dang, and stuff like that. He's like, you should not let Rin die that day there and stuff. And then mostly he was actually saying about that. He's like, and stuff. with it. And mostly the Ten Tails, mostly mostly the Ten Tails was getting activated. He's like, wait, what is that shaking there? And then, and mostly the freaking Ten Tails comes out of nowhere, and then mostly both Karma's like, crap, he's here. And then the other half's like, yeah, he's here. It kind of looks like the Ten Tails is here. And he's like, and mostly they're like, oh crap, how are we gonna take that beast on there and stuff? And that's what Naruto and Naruto are actually saying. And Naruto's like, she's like, oh man, how this is a tell beast there? And mostly they're like, yeah. She's like, wait, this is the yeah. And he's like, yeah, you're right. Mostly Obito interrupts her. He's like, you're right. That is the Ten Tails there. And most of the Ten Tails is gonna ruin your life there, or not ruin your life, but mostly he's like, bring it there. And that's where the what if ends. So yep. Comment, rate my response to Toots Bros. We like Black Bros. Please subscribe. Hit the bell in case you want to see uploads in my live streams. Got our response to Toots Bros. Like, carry on. Out of here. Peace.